Good afternoon, it's Tony Hayes again from Paranormal Investigation UK. The date is the 1st of January 2021. This is continuing with the footage reviews of the Chester investigation. These again are CCTV alarms. This one is on the 19th of December at 26 minutes past 9. I think the 19th of December is a Saturday. Yeah, it's a Saturday, so it's Saturday night, just coming to 9:30. We know the room is completely empty. This glass here, this is what I would call the hallway. The main office is behind here, and hallway here, doorway takes you onto the landing. Anyone in that landing area, that lights up because it's glass, see-through glass, and the light shines through, so we know no one was in the vicinity where whatever has occurred. I'm pretty certain I can remember this one right. This is some explained knocks and bangs. This again is what we call the main office area. Hallway tend to be quite loud bangs and raps. When you move into the main office, which has another door, they're not quite as loud for some reason. I don't understand what the reason behind that is. We have got cameras in the ceiling area as well, as explained on previous videos. Right, okay, let's see where this takes us. I was going to turn up a bit. Okay. No, it's not too bad. Oh, that's a loud one. Okay, we'll continue watching this all the way through. See if there's any more noises or anything lighter onwards. It's quite a loud bang. This place is getting more and more bizarre as time goes on. Getting literally hundreds of unexplained noises. The reason why I've got cameras in this hallway here, the main hallway is a camera. There's the cameras in the main office, the cameras in the windows looking outside the property, and we've got cameras in the ceiling area as well. Cannot find any rational reason for that. Okay, let's just go back to the end. There's a sound there. I'll go back to it in a second. Okay. It's quite faint, this. There. Oh, this is just background noise, just the fact they've amplified it. You can see this little bit here. This is just background. I can actually take some of that out. You get this lifting bass frequency due to the increased volume that I applied to it. Yeah. You can still see a bit there, but you're certainly not going to hear it. There it is. This is these strange sounds that we hear. It's this very almost like tower shape. That's between maybe 11:50, say 10:50 to 500 hertz. It's like almost like a 50 hertz frequency. Quite bizarre. Okay, because I'm used to seeing these. This is quite a low volume though. It's very difficult to actually get a frequency that tight. Quite unusual. So, right, so we've got that as well. And then we've got this bang to look at. Okay, spin the way back up. Okay. That's what's triggered the camera. It's around about 2.5 seconds. That's what triggered the camera. Nothing visual, so we'll get rid of that. That's it there. I'll turn the volume down. Until it's effectively turn everything down. Okay. Sounds quite thick, doesn't it? Okay, that's taking an average reading of the frequency we're dealing with. Once again, we see this tower shape, but this now has got two reflections. One around about 300, another one say 400. These are sound reflections. This one's the fundamental frequency, which is quite strange because it's quite narrow. We're in here between, say, 5, 6, 7, 750 to 820 hertz. Very tight sequence. Quite a thud sound. And if you look at the other one that we did earlier, which is that strange unusual rap sound at the end, which is complete, sound completely different. It's just there, and that is quite similar. Where's it gone? To that. So this is the rat at the end that we looked at. That's around about 1100. Then we've got this one again, very similar signature, just slightly different, and we've always seemed to be dealing with frequencies predominantly up to recent weeks between 500 and 1000 hertz. Now we're dealing with frequencies around about 700 to 1100 hertz. It's just shifted slightly, but this is normally how you'd expect sound to react and measure it. This weird stuff is the one that baffles me the most, and I haven't a clue what would cause that. So what we'll do is take a screenshot of that. There's always still a possibility that we are dealing with building cooling, the cooling down due to the cold snap, because we are at we're coming to 9:30 at night. The heating's been on during the day, shuts off at night, building begins to cool out. Above this false ceiling is just a complete cavity which goes up to the ceiling itself. there isn't an attic as such. There's certainly no, if you want for this thin based false ceiling, you'd be looking at the roof tiles. So the frequency is slightly different. You know, at the end of the day, the job is it's an attempt to try and find out what is causing the CCTV cameras to alert, either predominantly through sounds, and that is relatively loud. When they're in this area, they tend to be louder than what they are in the main office. There isn't rhyme or reason for that. Not all cameras pick the same thing up, which is another frustration, no matter how loud they are. So who knows? I note that down. The frequency is the most intriguing one for me. It's one that's baffled me with this building since we first started investigating it. So we may get answers one day. What is causing these excessive raps that are occurring? Because of the UK lockdown now going into tier 4, we're just unable to go into the building for the moment. So once we do go into the building, we undoubtedly will start to look more carefully at what the possibilities are, because we're there. The last time we were there, I think it was the August time of 2020, we were able to appear to get intelligent raps to questions. If the thing does in fact intelligently rap, then that does rule out any sort of rational explanation, because building a settlement or buildings cooling down noises don't rap to questions. So few questions, finding answers for this, I'm confident, because we've got so much equipment now based in there, that we will get there in the end. I have no doubt we will get there in the end. So, right, see you on the next movie.